What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny. Today's video, we're going to be going over the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning this weekend's fight in Montreal at 168 pounds between Osleys Iglesias and Vladimir Shishkin. Guys, before I continue, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. If you haven't already, could you please remember to hit subscribe? Could you also like this video? Also, go down to the bottom of your screen, find the bell notification button. Hit that so you never miss a video. Also, one more thing before we get into this. Last month, I launched my new Johnny Says Boxing Insiders VIP membership. For a couple dollars a month, you get full access on my YouTube channel. You get special features and shout outs. More importantly, you become a member of our private invite-only Discord group. The Discord is growing. We've just hit 200 members in there. This is going to be boxing, MMA, and last week we just launched our specific channel for our NFL and college football bets. You're going to be in this Discord group with like-minded boxing fans just like yourself, as well as professional gamblers and bettors. And that link is pinned in the comment section below. All right, guys, the channel is growing. August was insane. Last week was kind of a needed week off. There wasn't much going on in the sport of boxing. There was a Misfits card. There was a card in Ohio with Albert Bell, but I didn't really touch any of the fights considering it was a 5-week month. And going into September, we know how busy September is going to be. We're going to kick the month off right. We do have cards this week, which I will be covering. One in Sinaloa, Mexico, a world title fight between the champion Sugar Nunez. He puts his belt on the line. There's another fun card in the UK, but today our travels take us to Montreal, Canada. We're going to be covering the IBO champ, Osleys Iglesias, at 168 pounds, putting that belt on the line against the one-loss Vladimir Shishkin. So in this video, I'm going to be going over both guys' careers. I'm going to talk a little bit about how they go about their business, their path of victories, and like always, stay tuned to the end of the video. That's where I'll be going over the current Las Vegas odds, and I'll be giving you my prediction and telling you where to put your money. All right, guys, Vladimir Shishkin, we last saw him fight William Skull. He got his first loss. We know the 34-year-old Russian is a well-rounded fighter, and we know in that fight in which he fell short against Skull, what that fight propelled William Skull to. The fight with Canelo Alvarez, the world title fight. He got an opportunity to fight one of the era's greats. We know it didn't go too well for him. A lot of people after that fight said they don't want to watch William Skull again. But this fight with Shishkin, when you rewatch that Skull fight, he lost a unanimous decision. And in my opinion, the scorecards were a little bit all over the place. I feel if you rewatch the fight, depending on what you're looking for, there could be an argument that Shishkin won that fight. It was his first loss. We know Skull doesn't throw a lot of volume in terms of his style. And with Shishkin going into this Iglesias fight, I definitely would like to see him throw more volume on his end. His jab's pretty decent. His movement's going to be pretty decent. Russian orthodox fighter. Doesn't have one-punch knockout power, but he knows how to operate. He could crack. And at one time, this is a guy that everybody was talking about. It kind of is an example of how fickle the boxing fandom is, how fickle the boxing media is. You lose one fight and all of a sudden people forget about you. But what do we always say? What have you done for me lately? If Shishkin could go in there in Montreal and upset the odds makers, it'll be all again, once again, about Vladimir Shishkin in his opponent. The exciting Cuban, 27-year-old southpaw slugging machine, undefeated, high knockout to win ratio. This is a guy, though, was ultra busy in 2024. He fought 4 times. Fast forward to now, it's already September, and we haven't seen him yet in 2025. So this will be his first fight in almost a year. This guy is a smooth operator as well. He's going to be the more athletic guy. He's going to have more power. He's going to be the younger guy. He's going to be the bigger guy. So right now, the odds makers have this at a wide margin. Before I get into that, I do want to talk a little bit about their resumes and see what they've been up to right now. Let's take a closer look at the Russian Vladimir Shishkin and see what he's been up to in his career. All right, guys, Vladimir Shishkin, 16-1 with 10 knockouts. Out of 1,774 fighters in the world at 168 pounds, he's ranked number 21. He carries into the ring a 63% career knockout to win ratio, and he's fought a career total of 125 pro rounds. The 34-year-old Russian is a 6'1" orthodox fighter with a 73 inch-reach. He was born in Stepno, Russia, but calls Florida, USA home. We last saw him fight William Skull, 22-0, lost to UD in the 12th. Mike Guy, 12-7, stopped him in the 7th. Ayala, 25-8, stopped him in the 2nd. Uzcategui, 32-4, UD in the 12th. Minda, 14-6, stopped him in the 6th. Agbeko, 23-1, won a UD in the 10th. He stepped up in recent competition and he's won fights before. He's looked great in fights, and I gotta tell you, the fight against William Skull, I didn't think he fought that bad. Hey, the judges didn't go his way, he got a loss, but through that loss, people still have a lot of high hopes in him. This is why he's fighting for the IBO title. I know there's not a lot of Americans who take the IBO with such credibility or significance, but it is a world title belt, and in this day and age, if you have that title, more or less, you will get an opportunity to fight for another full world title, the IBF. So you gotta think the winner of this fight will position themselves for that title fight. In Shishkin's opponent, Iglesias, he's gonna be aggressive. Vladimir likes fighting aggressive. He does like fighting on the front foot as well. So this should be an interesting fight in terms of which guy makes the other guy take a back step first. They will both use the ring a little bit, and one likes to be a little bit more active than the other. I feel that if Vladimir gets caught looking at Iglesias' work, he's gonna find himself behind on the cards. Right now, I do want to see Osleys Iglesias' career and see what the Cuban has been up to so far. Guys, Osleys Iglesias is 13-0 with 12 knockouts out of 1,774 fighters in the world at 168 pounds. He's ranked number 6. He carries into the ring a 92% career knockout to win ratio, and he currently holds the IBO World Super Middleweight title. He's fought a career total of 43 pro rounds. His adoring fans know him as El Tornado, and the 27-year-old Cuban is a southpaw, standing at 6'2". He was born in Havana, Cuba, but calls Berlin, Germany home. We last saw him fight Ivanov, 18-0, stopped him in the 5th. Agbeko, 28-3, stopped him in the 2nd. Shevchenko, 16-1, stopped him in the 1st. Caceres, 32-6, stopped him in the 1st. Artur Reyes, 11-0, stopped him in the 4th. So both Iglesias and Shishkin do share an opponent. Agbeko, I don't really like doing reverse boxing maths. We do know that Shishkin won a decision, and we know Iglesias stopped him. We also know, like I told you earlier, Iglesias is the hotter contender champion. No longer a contender, he's an IBO world champion. He has all the hype, all of the energy. 43 pro rounds is not a lot of pro rounds, so Vladimir will have the experience. Iglesias, we haven't seen him in almost a year, so at 27 years old, I usually don't put too much significance in that stat. Fought 4 times in 2024. Maybe he needed some time to heal some nagging injuries. When I look at both guys side by side, Iglesias, the younger guy, the bigger guy, I give Iglesias the power advantage. He's undefeated, the mentality. He does have the IBO world title belt around his waist. So all in all, Shishkin is coming in as the big underdog. It's going to be a tough hill to climb in terms of stylistically. Like I said, Shishkin's going to need to beat Iglesias by getting out ahead early. He's going to have more volume than him. He's going to have to stand his own in the pocket, and he's going to have to win those early rounds. We'll see if he's going to be able to pull that off. Iglesias is a guy who's going to want to use his pressure. He's going to want to use his power, and he has a really, really good hook as well, so that's something to keep in mind. Will Vladimir's jab be good enough to keep Iglesias at range and not let Iglesias be confident enough to throw his back hook? That's something that I'll be looking for going into fight night. Right now, I want to take a closer look at the Las Vegas odds. I do want to mention, guys, if you're new to the channel, I do live streams every single day. In those live streams, I go over the prop bets, method of victory bets. I talk a little bit about knockout props, decision props. We cover all of that. So in these videos, stats don't lie videos, you're only going to get my money line prediction. All right, guys, I made an adjustment last month due to all the draws in boxing. Sports bet down here in Australia, if you pick a money line and it turns out to be a draw, your ticket is cooked. But there is good news for you Aussies like myself. There's a betting app called Bet365 in which the draw doesn't void your ticket, doesn't burn the ticket, it just voids that specific fight. So that's the betting app I'm currently using. And on the money line, Osleys Iglesias is a big favorite, $1.10. 100 on him gets you your money back plus $10. Shishkin, big underdog. 100 on him gets you your money back plus 600 bucks, so 6-1 dog. I think those odds might be a little bit wide. I think this fight should be a little bit closer, but the odds makers are literally looking at that knockout to win ratio. What have you done for me lately? Shishkin's the guy coming off the loss. Iglesias is the undefeated, big punching Cuban contender champion, and this helps explain for the odds. Right now, I'm going to go all in with Iglesias on the money line. I think he's a safe bet. I think personally, he's one of the best fighters in the world at 168 pounds. He's a guy that's not quite a household name yet, but put an asterisk by Osleys Iglesias' his name. This kid could box, he could punch. He ticks all the boxes for me. Stay tuned to the channel. Join the Discord. I'm going to be giving you my prop bets because right now there's a plus 330 that I currently love within this fight, and I think we're going to be able to make a lot of money. This is not an echo chamber. In the comment section below, if you see something I don't see with the Russian, I want to know. If you agree with me on Iglesias, let me know as well. Also, guys, stay tuned to the channel. Like I said, I'm doing lives every single day. We have a busy month of September, so be sure to hit that notification bell button.